Stop the fucking car! Stop the fucking car! Stop it! Stop the car! Put on the fucking brakes! $600. Put on the brakes! Stop the fucking car!
Red hot, red hot. Don't stop. We're not stopping.
Jacket cunt.
What you taking them up at that?
Am I
Fuck
taking
this, we're not stopping for these dogs.
What, are you taking
Keep
them on?
cruising. Don't pull over.
No, fuck these.
We're running this red hot. Don't stop. Fuck the cops.
What are we doing then, cunt?
Nah, cruising. Let's lose it.
Yeah,
Roll down the window.
Alright then. Got it.
Sunken eyes looking sickly. All the busters and the blunders and she still wanna pick me. Still got grassies trying to frisk me. I'm still swerving down the windy road. Fuck knows where this shit lead. This VX Comey ain't gon' stop for none. Boulders in his bag, ate his basket, he's a rotten one. Now they mind the grimy gremlins, stay plotting, son. Took a run around on my mother, we still got it done.
But bro, that album, Soundtrack to My Downfall, is really, really cool. And I think it's really cool to see you start settling into your sound and really find your sound. It's almost like, I think you actually said as an ad-lib in one of the tracks on there, oh, this is starting to sound like it's from a horror movie. That's genuinely the feeling I was getting when I was listening to the album.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's sort of the approach I was going for. Like, there's a lot of like not so pleasant topics, or like I'm trying to stick with that grimy sort of boom bap steez, but I want it to have more of a cinematic feel about it. Like, you know, I've got the production on it. I feel is pretty seamless with that. You know, the strings and the keys, and yeah, I want to just come across as a story. Like, obviously, everything doesn't exactly. There's different topics throughout it, but I think it meshes all together quite well. I think.
Yeah, but, I think it definitely fits like a consistent theme, bro. If that's what you're going for and that's what you mean, yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
I tried to like bring it like add like a little bit of like life's falling apart a bit, but like add a bit of like swag and flavor to it, if that makes sense. Like, it's cool that everything's going to shit. Like,
well, even Soundtrack to My Downfall kind of gives that vibe, right?
Yeah, man, that's what I sort of aiming for. And yeah, man, shout out to Zuno, done the artwork, man. Like,
fuck yeah,
bro, killer with the artwork. He did the artwork for Jingo as well.
Oh yeah, sick. That artwork's really cool, bro. I like that one.
It's got the Brissy train line on the side of it.
Yeah,
too.
true.
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
Nice,
very cool.
That's like we were kind of talking about it before. Putting in things that like some people are going to get, some people are going to notice, and some people aren't.
I like even like I don't know. I don't really play computer games, but I got homies that play computer games, and they got like the little like Easter eggs that you find in there. That like not everyone's going to get it, but the people that find it might be fascinated with it. You know?
Yeah,
it should be cool.
100%, bro. Yeah, you get into some pretty heavy like topics and stuff, and some. It's not even necessarily topics. I guess the way I'd sort of say it is more like the feeling that you create with what you're saying seems to indicate like that you get into some dark headspaces.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think everyone deals with a lot of mental health, whether, you know, it depends on the day of the month for a lot of people. Yeah. But I feel like music's a good way to, it definitely, I don't know, it almost puts me in a perspective of seeing it as fuel for my art as opposed to a negative experience, you know, like if anything, it's something to write about.
Yeah. Do you find you write better when you're in that headspace, or is it like after you've sort of come out of that you can then sort of process that into words?
Probably more so in hindsight, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And like a lot of the stuff like that project I released early this year, a lot of the stuff I'm referencing as far back as, you know, my teens, you know. It's all just little bits and bobs of myself that's all sort of compiled together on a track. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, cool, man. Cool. You've been rapping now since, when did you say you first started putting stuff out? 2020?
Man, I've been putting stuff out, since 2020.
2020?
Yeah, probably rapping since about 2017, 2016.
2017. Yeah, right, okay, yeah. So you've been rapping for quite a while now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So who is your biggest kind of like inspiration for your sound at the moment? Because your sound is very unique in the sense that, we were kind of talking about it before, you're not too worried about trying to pack in all these rhymes or this or that. It's more just about the atmosphere, at least from the listener's perspective too. It's very much the atmosphere and sound that you create.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think Coloured Noise would have to be that person, man, if I'm going to point a finger at one person. And he's a producer, you know, but just watching the way that he works with other artists and brings that kind of listening experience out of them.
Yeah.
Man, he's changing the sound of Australia. And
Coloured Noise.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah.
And, you might see a little bit of his production on the next album. So,
yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, sick, man. That's awesome.
Man, so
yeah. Is there anything, don't say anything that you don't want public or anything, but is there anything that you've said about the album that you want to say about the album?
Oh man, I'm like building like the Avengers of production.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I've got like all the best, like all my, not the best, man. Everyone's the best in their own thing, man. But I've got all like my favorite Australian producers doing their thing, man. It's gonna be like the Australian Illmatic in my head, in my little world of like who I love. Everyone's got like a finger in it, so I'm just chuffed, man. I'm still wrapping my head around that I get to call a lot of these people my friends. So I'm just grateful for where I'm at, just doing what I love.
From 4 years ago, did you expect this to happen so soon? Was it rock solid plan in your head, or?
Nah, no way. My initial goal was just to be able to the first initial goal that I set myself was to be able to stand on a stage and rap one of my songs, and I would have been happy with that. But you kick a goal and then you set another one,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, man, I was going through my phone the other day, like my photos on my computer, like off my old phone. I found like an old screenshot of me as a young fella on fucking Instagram Live with Posse Shot.
Oh, true.
So I would have been like this young lad on Instagram Live with Posse Shot with Carney, and I'm gassed because these guys are the guys that are doing it in Melbourne. So I've screenshot it, been like, fuck yeah, this is sick. And man, last year I got to support them in Brissy.
yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
I sent it to him. I was like, fuck, this is a spin out, man. He's like, I remember that. That's when we released our towels. Like,
that's wild. Yeah. It's the craziest shit, right? Because before, at least this is my experience, before you start putting yourself in the scene and start doing something yourself, you kind of see these people as like something more than human. And you're like,
man,
they're like, you don't look at them as like a peer to peer. It's like, fuck, man, like that's Posse Shot.
100%,
and then
bro.
At the stage that you would have gotten to when you're working for them or like opening for them, I'm sure you were still amazed. Like that's Posse Shot, but it's like having them respect you as a peer,
definitely,
as a person to person. It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's just, I don't know. It's a lot of gratitude, man. I never really thought. I don't know. I've spent a lot of time on doing what I do, so I'm proud of where I've got. I think I belong where I've got to, but it still spins me out, man. It's still crazy, You look back and you think, fuck, lots changed in a very short period of time.
It happens quick, eh?
Yeah,
very quick,
man, definitely.
How have you adjusted to that? Because I find it interesting that all of a sudden these new kind of pressures and new kind of things that you've got to look out for start arising, especially as you develop a buzz, right? There's people that might try and think that you can give them something, and so how do you kind of like change yourself to be able to handle all that?
I think it's more so what you stick with, what you had originally. Just stand on your morals.
Yeah.
Stand with what you believe in. Don't let the idea of chasing this stardom. There's no stardom. It's about making music. Like don't bend over backwards or cross your line of morality just to try and get the next step forward. Because most of the time you'll end up 2 steps back. I feel anyway. Like if you stand on what you believe's right, and things will generally sort of just keep coming your way. I think work hard and play hard, and
Yeah, fuck yeah, work hard and play hard. Eh? yeah. Is that a big part of the scene and the culture up in? So you're from Brissy, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, in Brissy, is there a lot of partying, a lot of getting on it, and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, not particularly, man. I mean, Brissy's got a very small scene, bro. I'm actually not even originally from Brisbane. I'm from like central Queensland, bro.
True.
Like little country town.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Country town, same, bro. Not many people are, right?
Yeah, man.
People don't normally leave those country towns.
I guarantee you, bro, I'm the only rapper from Blackall.
yeah. What was it?
Blackall, man.
Shout out Blackall.
Shout out Blackall. If you draw a cross on Queensland, like the centre, like we're probably right there.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Hot?
Fuck yeah.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Bit warmer than Melbourne, bros.
yeah. Do you ever miss the country, bro? Like, is there parts of it you miss?
I still got family out there, man.
Okay,
so I get out there, try to as much as I can, man. It's good. I love the space, the freedom. You can do whatever the fuck you want, man. City's a lot more rules and cameras and eyes on you. You can just do what you want in the country. It's like, it's good family space.
Yeah. It's interesting because I have a fairly different perspective. It may just be the town and area I grew up in. I just don't like the country at all, bro. Yeah, and it's not, fair, I like the space. I like the fact that when you look up, you actually see the stars. I like the fact that it can be quiet at night and you can hear the birds and this. I love all of that aspect of it. But to me, it just seems like all small country towns, at least that I've been to, have so much fucking abuse and just shady shit. Like there's a reason that they moved out there. Every single household in the town I grew up in, either the kids were getting beaten or there was worse shit going on. There was always drug addiction in the house. You know what I mean? Like, is Black Ore struggle with that kind of stuff? Or?
Man, probably more so as I've gotten older. When I was real young, I started going to Toowoomba and Brisbane as I was like going into secondary school. When I was young, man, it was like everyone knew everyone. All the old ladies on the street said g'day. Like everyone was a local.
Yeah.
But I feel as though as we've gotten older, like the towns, all small towns are like in rural Australia are genuinely dying because the way that people are fucking taught to want to live their life is next to the beach or in a high rise with the fucking margarita and the fucking sun hat on, you know? Everyone wants to live that life and no one wants to be the one fucking out in the farm or living in the nice little cottage in a small town, you know? And I think a lot of people that make it into those small towns, whether it be they don't want to work so they can stay on the dole, because there's no work out there. You can just sit on the dole and the government leaves you alone. Or, you know, a lot of people are up North Queensland, man, fleeing shit that they've done in the city, you know?
Yeah, right.
I've met a lot of people that have gone up there for good reason because there's people looking for them, you know? So you do end up with a lot of characters like that. And with the genuine local crowd slowly dying out because, you know, Nan and Pop that have been in Blackall for their entire life, they've got 2 kids, and then their kids, their grandkids, there's 4 of them, and all of them are like, fuck that, I've been watching the TV, I like skateboarding, there's no skate park here, I want to live in Toowoomba because there's a skate park, or, you know, I like playing basketball, but there's no basketball court here, I want to go play basketball, you know, and the small local government doesn't have things for fucking putting in all that infrastructure for them, so they're going to be drawn to the cities, and that's what does kill them communities.
Right, because all the kids are leaving.
I think so, man. I think it's a generational thing because, you know, everyone's got the world in their palm, and who the fuck wants to live in a 4,000, 3,000, 2,000 population town where there's nothing and everyone else has everything because of social media? They perceive that, you know, the world around them is this, which it is. It's a very sheltered lifestyle, man. When I first time I went to Toowoomba, not even Brisbane, like Toowoomba doesn't have skyscrapers, bro. It's got I don't know, like 8, 9-story buildings maybe. Oh, okay, yeah. And I fucking went to Toowoomba on a bus, bro, and I'm hanging out the window looking up at the 9-story buildings, and I'm like, Dad, we're in the fucking city. Like, I didn't even know that existed. Like, it's the first time I've ever seen shit like that. Like,
that's nuts.
Yeah, man. Like, Brisbane still spins me out, man, let alone fucking Melbourne.
Yeah, like, welcome to Melbourne.
Bro, I get lost in my own city still, like, let alone, I'm not going to get in the drive and shit, but yeah. Yeah, man, fuck.
So how long you been living in Brissy for?
Brisbane, man, like, say maybe like 6 years now.
6 years.
5 to 6 years.
You've been there a while.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, still spins you out though.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, when I spend a lot of my time there without a car, so I'm just on the train line. I only see my train line because I'm up north, so I ride the north line into the valley because I'm only going in the city to do my music. Yeah. Like, other than that, you know.
You don't go out in the valley much?
Not really, man. Well, I record my music in the valley, so I spend a fair bit of time there. It's like, I'm either in the valley or up north. Yep. You know? Yeah. And that's really the only 2 sort of spots I sort of gather around. So I venture somewhere out of that and I can't find my ass. But,
so you mentioned the scene isn't too big in Brisbane. It's kind of a small scene. What's the opportunities? What's the scene like? And what's the opportunities like to get on stage and stuff?
It's definitely a lot smaller than the likes of the other capital cities. Like, but that's good in a sense. You know, you make noise, you stand out. You know, there's in the sense of like the competitivity of rap. You know, you get to stand out. But there's less gigs on. There's not as many venues, I'd suppose. There's we've only got 1 paint store. Shout out Crush City if I can get your paint. But shout out Crush City. We've got like a good solid scene there, man. It's just it's not thriving as much as the other cities. But I feel as though we're really coming to the table as the years go on. I feel like we're building, and it could just be a sense of myself getting more educated on the local scene.
Right, okay. Do you
But-
get out into the scene much? Are you going to shows? Are you doing
Yeah,
all that?
I try to, man. Try to, yeah, definitely. And I mean, opportunity-wise, when it comes to getting onto gigs, it's, you know, you're either getting on your homie's gig, you know the fella that's coming from interstate, you know a fella that knows the fella, or you know the promoters, man.
Right.
And, you know, I'm not going to talk shit on promoters, man, but they can't pick a fucking lineup, bro. I don't care what promoter it is. I respect all of you, but you've got fucking horrible taste, man. You don't put 3 boom bap artists on an auto-tune artist and a drill artist because, yes, you're going to bring 3 different crowds, but you're not going to cater to, like, the 3 dudes that rock up to do their boom bap. They're going to pull their crowd.
Yep.
And then the crowd's going to hear the drill, and they're most likely going to be like, "Oh, fuck this guy! I'm going to fucking leave."
No, it doesn't make sense.
You know,
I agree.
You want to have like synergy, and like it's like putting an album together. You want track 1, 2, and 3, and 4 all to go together because they're going to play after each other. Like I can't see, and I can understand they want to pick people that have the fan base to bring a crowd. I understand that. You don't want to, because at the end of the day they're trying to run a business, but
does that work? Like, in my experience, which is not very long, I will say that, but since I've been in the scene, I've been going to a lot of these gigs. I completely agree. I haven't seen a single promoter put together a single lineup that makes sense, except for T from Breaking Bread Productions.
Yep.
I highly encourage you. I mean, we're going to one of them tonight. Shout out to the Breaking Bread Battles. By the time you've seen this, you've missed it. So go watch it on YouTube. But you will see how good T is at setting up a lineup with this battle.
Yeah.
And he's doing that consistently with shows too. But every other show I've been to, I completely agree. And I've also noticed that when they're picking these people to draw in this audience, it doesn't work, at least in my experience. I don't know if you've got experience with that.
It's interesting because, you know, as in Australia, if you're a touring artist and you want to, like, if you're in another city, it's hard. Real hard. Like we do have a very big scene compared to what it used to be. But I mean, if you're wanting to, you know, you've got to be one of those guys that's really pulling a crowd. So when you go to a city, you want to work with the people that you know. I think is best, but also you do want to make sure that people can get feet through the door. And it's all good if you've got like 3 supports, man, and they all bring 20 of their homies. That's 60 heads, bro. That's sweet. That's all you can ask for your openers to do, man. You've just packed the place.
Yeah.
Even international acts, man, you'll see an international come through, and most of the crowd will be fucking the supporters of the local MCs that are doing the opening slots, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we had Kripal come through. Kripal did the Brissy show as well, right?
Yeah, yep.
Did you get to that one? Or?
I didn't, bro. No, I didn't.
Kripal came down to Melbourne just before. You know, he's like, I've seen the videos. He's done awesome crowds opening for Mercules and stuff, you know, in front of hundreds of people. And then he came here and he himself said he was disappointed with the turn up. Everyone, like you said, was there for the supporting acts. And then his headline set, people had either gone home or gone out for a smoke. There was like me and 3 other people on the dance floor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think, man, that also comes down to too, like, as a promoter, you can't solely rely on your support acts to bring the crowd either.
Yeah.
Your job as a promoter is to promote, whether that's paid promotion on social media, whether that's, you know, a street crew putting up flyers. Like, you can't, as a promoter, you can't just say, all right, we're going to get these 3 guys to open up or 4 guys to open up and they're going to bring the crowd, because that's what's going to happen. Their crew's going to come through and support them regardless of if they fuck with the main act. And if they don't fuck with the main act, that's when you sort of do get those awkward situations where a crowd will sort of take off on a main act.
Yeah.
You know, you got to sort of really try find the people that you want to. I don't know. I'm not speaking from experience, so I can't really talk on it in any great deal of depth. But that's just my point of view, I guess.
Yeah. Look, I guess I should probably say the same thing. Yeah, I haven't picked a lineup, but I don't know. I kind of, regardless of that, I'm pretty confident I could pick a better lineup than most of the promoters that are doing it. I think you could probably do the same. I think a lot of artists could probably do the same because they actually understand. They understand the art, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's that perspective of it too, you know, like being able to, well, we're like shoulder deep in the scene, you know, we've probably got a bit more of a finger on the pulse as opposed to a promoter because they're probably dealing with more of the business side of things as opposed to, you know, they want to keep their main act happy. They're probably sorting out flights, accommodation, or whatnot. They're probably not spending as much time as what we would consider in you know, scouting for those supports or lineups, you know. But one group of guys here in Brisbane, Union Heights, they had their birthday.
Oh yeah.
Trying to think, last year.
Yep.
Went to that, man. Crazy lineup, man.
True.
All awesome, like traditional boom bap guys. Like
Yeah, okay.
Raz, Pank Production boys, DJ Woolsey. And like for me, man, that type of stuff's my bread and butter. I wasn't going for a piss, bro. I was I was watching the whole thing, you know.
I've heard of Union Heights, bro.
Yeah.
Are they like a promotion group or what's
Local hip hop store, man. Just local hip hop store. You can go there, get your Aussie wax, paint, you know, the whole 9 yards.
Nice.
Yeah, bro. It's cool. It's, for some dude that's coming from Brisbane and checking out Melbourne, like that's where I'm sort of wanting to go suss out to, you know.
Yeah, fucking oath, bro.
That's the spot, really, as far as I know, anyway.
How's the opportunities as someone that is looking to get on stage for the first time? Are there many open mics? Are there many, you know, lower sort of skill level shows, stuff like that?
Yeah, there definitely is, bro. There definitely is. I mean, if anything, like it's good to just, if you're hungry, man, and you got a couple mates that rap, put your own show on, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost fuck all. Between you and your mates, if you can put $500 together, you can put a show on.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You know?
That's good.
And if you're willing to spend $150 on getting on stage and you're not too concerned about making that back, you can put a free show on, man, and have the fucking time of your life with your mates. You know, if that's what you want to do, it's just talk to a venue, call around. Like, it's not the biggest mission, you know?
Yeah.
But in saying that, if they're wanting to jump on other gigs, you just got to be hungry, man. You just got to approach people right, respectfully. Don't feel entitled, and just stay at people, you know?
Yeah. What's been the biggest challenge within yourself, your own mind, your own person, whatever, that you've had to face that's allowed you to become the artist you are today?
Bro, confidence.
Confidence,
massive thing, man. Yeah, bro. Even rapping in the studio, I didn't rap in the studio the way I rap now. I didn't even do ad-libs. Now I got fucking like ad-libs, like hopping on stage, being comfortable on stage, trying to do a good show without trying to shit my dacks. Like.
You said that so quickly, bro. A lot of people have to think about that question for a while.
Nah, man, confidence, 100%.
That was straight up for you, yeah.
If, like, it's easy to write a song and perform it, but like if you, especially with performing, man, if you're too worried about your nerves and conveying it, you're not going to convey it with conviction. And if you don't, like you said earlier, if you don't believe it, no one else is going to believe it. Like, or if you don't feel it and you look like you feel it, people aren't going to really resonate with it because it's going to seem like it's disingenuous. Like, but yeah, man, definitely confidence.
How is the best way for someone to, or what is the best way for someone to battle that?
I don't know, man. I just stopped giving a fuck. Like, man, for ages I rapped, man. I've like known, like when I was at no one at work knew I was a rapper. Fucking like a lot of my homies didn't know I like raps, but so it got to the point where I was like, nah, this is what I love. So fucking, if you don't fuck with it, you can fuck off. It come from like having good people around me too, you know, good supportive people that like I sort of was like, yeah, well, I'm doing this, and they were like, nah, fucking oath, Matt. And that was when I was shit, you know. So even if you're shit and you got good people around you, like you don't have to be good. You just have to be passionate about something, and you've got the right people around you, like you should feel comfortable doing it, I think.
Yeah, everyone starts off shit.
Definitely, man. Fucking, you know, everyone. Like Usain Bolt wasn't always fast, bro. He crawled at one stage. That's cool. That is so obvious, but I've never fucking thought about that, bro. He literally couldn't walk at some point. Exactly, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's 100% it, man. How, like, at what point did you realize that if you want to do this, you actually are capable of doing this?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't know. I just kept doing it.
Do you see yourself as being capable now?
Yeah, like I feel like it could go further. Like I hope to. Like I definitely I don't know. I don't really like to look at it that way. I guess I just want to like keep doing what I'm doing, and I just set myself little goals,
Right.
and slowly just let them keep ticking over.
Yeah.
I feel like as an artist, you never get to a point where you're like satisfied.
Yeah.
You know, there's always going to be something bigger and better you want to achieve. But I think I just want to make the stuff, make music that I'm really comfortable with and happy with.
Yeah. As long as you're always making forward progress, right?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah. That's cool.
100%. Yeah.
What has been the most powerful lesson that you've learned through hip hop?
Get to know the people you make music with before you make the music with them.
Right. Why is that?
Like there's a lot of disingenuine people,
Right.
man. And
You don't want to be seen as being associated with someone that then comes out to have been.
well, you just want to like fucking Kings Connected. I've said it before, and like man, you wouldn't want to make a song with a guy and then find out he's a fuckwit.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
You know, like it's as simple as that. Like it doesn't even have to be like them affiliated with something bad or have done something. It's like you want to. But I don't want to have to look through my catalog and be like, oh fuck, I hate that song. I made that song with Gronk. Like,
yeah,
you know, like, and it's just know the people that you want to make your music with. Don't rush into working with someone because they have clout. Don't rush into working with someone because you know they're this, that, and the other. Like,
I find it very disappointing myself when I meet someone that I've been looking up to and admiring their music for a while, and I meet that person. And you always hear about it. Sometimes when you meet those people, it is far fucking better than you ever could have imagined. And sometimes it is like, I just don't enjoy your music now.
yeah,
You know? And it's so disappointing.
definitely, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a world that's fucking lived through a screen for a lot of these people. Like, you only know the person through the music. You only know the person through the video clip or the social media, you know?
Yeah.
And if that's not genuine, you have a different perception of this person.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
That's true.
And I'm all for, like, it is entertainment to a degree, but you don't want to portray yourself as something you're not because you can probably get yourself in some pretty sticky situations.
Oh, fuck
too,
yeah.
You know?
100%. I think that's the biggest issue with it, bro, is because, I mean, the obvious one in hip hop is a lot of people trying to act tough when they're not, and you get yourself in trouble physically or whatever, or this or that. That definitely happens a lot. But also just with your own fan base. Like, if you portray yourself as a certain character and as a certain way, you develop this fan base because of that. If you are caught behaving out of character, they're going to feel betrayed. Even if what you're actually doing is not anything wrong, they're still going to feel like betrayed because you're acting out of character, you know?
But if you tell the truth, you only have to remember one truth. If you tell a lie, you got to remember every single lie you ever tell to retell it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Is there...
And I don't have a good memory.
Is there anything you want to put out to a lot of artists? Follow myself. So is there anything you want to put out to artists? Any shout outs to your upcoming stuff, Instagram, music, shows, anything at all, bro?
Look, we've got a tour hopefully coming at the end of the year. East Coast tour. Sorry, Perth. But yeah, would like to get over there at some stage. But yeah, looking to East Coast, the 3 big ones, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane.
I'll be there, bro, yeah.
Yeah, man. Album coming, massive album. Definitely something I'm really proud of. I hope people enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I mean, for artists, be brave, do something cool, do something different. Don't be scared to push a boundary.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, bro. 100%. Yeah. Much love. Thanks so much for coming on, bro.
Anytime, man.
It's been awesome. We'll do it again.
Definitely.
When you're down in Melbourne for your show.
Yeah,
we'll do it again.
bro. I'm hopefully going to be living here soon. So
yeah, fuck yeah. I told you, where is it there? I told you, motherfuckers. People are moving to Melbourne, man. It's happening. Everyone's moving to Melbourne. If you're not considering moving to Melbourne and you're an artist, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. The next wave is happening, man, this year, and it's happening here. So get your fucking asses to Melbourne.
If the fucking sun stays out a bit, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll chat to you about the weather in a sec, but much love. Much love and peace.